As a reminder, there is a copyright disclaimer in effect. Please be advised. Tasha K has lost her mind, allegedly. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome to Sway Bay and whatever. Let's begin. So let's talk about Tasha K. This video is going to be more like a react. So I'm going to only react to like 3 minutes of this because a lot of it is ridiculous and I'm probably going to stop early. But let me just do this. I just want to react on it because I just feel like Tasha K is annoying me right now with this. I just thought she was gonna, well, I kind of thought she was gonna apologize, but now I'm rethinking it. I shouldn't have thought that. But in her best case, she should have apologized. But yeah.
My First Amendment right was painted to the public and courts as a bully, vile, and malicious towards a machine that glorifies a lifestyle meant to serve as modern-day genocide on our people.
In this video, she even shows that she don't know what the First Amendment is. It's freedom of speech, yes. We have the right to say what we want. We have the right to say we're displeased with our government. We have the right to say we're displeased with different things that goes on in our lives without persecution by our government. But you don't have the right to slander. Feel free to read this, but I just want to read this line here. The First Amendment, it guarantees freedom of expression by prohibiting Congress from restricting the press or the rights of individuals to speak freely, right? And it also guarantees the right of citizens to assemble peacefully and the protection and to petition their government. That's what the First Amendment was. Tasha K's First Amendment was not impeached on at all because Tasha K did slander. Freedom of speech does not cover slander. It does not cover fighting words. It does not cover hate speech. It does not cover lying. It does not cover defamation. It does not cover what she's talking about because Tasha K was found guilty. She was lying. Cardi B did not have any STDs or STIs. Tasha K was lying. So the First Amendment doesn't apply here because one, Tasha K was not telling the truth. Like this amendment is strictly for people to be able to express their displeasure with the government or institutions. Tasha K was neither expressing her displeasure with the government nor institutions. She was not petitioning any of these things. So I don't know what she mean that her First Amendment right was impeached on when all actuality it wasn't.
The public and courts as a bully, vile, and malicious towards a machine that glorifies a lifestyle meant to serve as modern-day genocide on our people.
She's claiming genocide. Can y'all really get this? This woman's claiming genocide. Genocide? What they gotta do with you and Cardi B? Genocide? What they gotta do with you and Cardi B? Nothing.
A machine that clearly influences our children on how to kill, sell their bodies, and more. You can't bully someone or something that takes pride in painting our children and teaching our children to be degenerates.
Again, what does that have to do with Cardi B? Cardi B doesn't make music for children. Cardi B makes music for adults. If you have a problem with how accessible it is, talk to the FCC. For those who don't know, the FCC is the Federal Communications Commission, and basically they regulate what's appropriate basically for children on radio, television, wire, satellite, cable access around the country basically. The reason why we have like TV 14, rated for mature, this contains violence and blah blah. That's the FCC. The FCC has to rate movies, things allowed on the radio and stuff like that. So with that new knowledge, right, that's not Cardi B's fault that her music is on the radio so accessible for children to hear. That you got to talk to the FCC. Talk to the FCC about that. Like, really, that's what it is. It's not Cardi B's fault. Talk to the FCC. If you got a problem with Cardi B's music being on the radio and y'all saying she's adding to degeneracy, they're adding to, causing issues around public safety or like causing issues within the black community, talk to the FCC.
A machine that clearly influences our children on how to kill, sell their bodies, and more. You can't bully someone or something that takes pride in painting our children and teaching our children to be degenerates.
She said Cardi B teaching our children to be degenerates. I want to ask you this. Y'all let Cardi B raise your kids? Is Cardi B the main parent in your household? How is Cardi B raising your kids to be degenerates? It means that one, people are not raising their kids right, or two, like it's an issue within the system that's causing parents not to be able to raise their kids. If that is true, how is that Cardi B's fault? You're talking about issues within capitalism, which causes people to work a lot of hours and not be able to take care of their kids and raise them, and you're blaming it on Cardi B because her music is on the radio. That is two different things.
This ain't about $4 million. This machine never wanted my money. They wanted to shut down my company in order to protect their assets that glorify this reckless and dangerous lifestyle pushed on us and our children.
I don't understand Tasha K right now because it's not making sense in my head. So you're saying lying is like okay for children to learn from you, but like Cardi B shaking her ass is just like, oh my gosh, the children, right? Like, come on now, like let's be honest, right? Come on. Like, we want to talk about like poor parenting. We want to talk about kids having access to very adult like products or adult like information, adult music. Let's just really talk about the issue being like the way like our system is set up, right? Let's talk about the issue being that parents aren't able to watch their kids 24/7, so a lot of their kids get into stuff. Let's talk about kids not learning emotional social, like kids not learning like how to make proper decision makings when adults not around. Let's talk about that. But you're not talking about that. You want to blame the boogeyman and call it Cardi B, and that's just weird.
New age digital media such as myself and traditional media, we exercise our First Amendment right to publish our opinions and facts concerning these caricatures of stereotypes pushed in our homes and into our society.
I'm ending here because she keeps talking about the First Amendment. Her First Amendment right was not impeached on. She will be okay. And even if she's not okay, then like you shouldn't be lying on people and making 23 videos on them allegedly about how they have something that they don't. Like, that's just what it is. It's called accountability and consequences for actions. When you do things, you have a consequence for action sometimes. And it's not like she didn't get chance after chance to change this behavior. She continuously did it. If it was anyone else who did this, like that, and it's unfortunate, right? I don't want to see her as a black woman not to have anything, right? I want her to be able to maintain her wealth. But Tasha K sometimes don't be telling the truth, as we've seen in the Cardi B case. Tasha K is sometimes not the most reliable source. And even though she's entertaining, she should have tackled this with more integrity. And that's how I feel about it. And I feel that, in this ending of this, is just that Tasha K needs to do better. Other than that, this has been Sway Bae and whatever, or politics. So peace.